Good morning, and welcome. As we move through our 60s, 70s, and beyond, many of us begin to notice changes in our skin that seem to happen almost overnight. The skin may feel drier, fine lines become more visible, the cheeks and jawline may lose some of their firmness. The skin on the hands, arms, and neck may appear thinner or develop a crepey texture. These changes are normal, but that does not mean there is nothing we can do to support healthier looking skin. Today, I want to talk about what you can realistically add to your daily hydration routine to support your skin from within. I am also going to explain what not to add, because some popular internet recommendations are unnecessary and may be unsafe, especially for older adults who have high blood pressure, kidney disease, heart problems, digestive conditions, or who take prescription medications. Let me make one point clear before we begin. No drink can erase deep wrinkles, lift loose skin, or reverse decades of sun exposure. Skin aging is influenced by genetics, hormones, sunlight, smoking, nutrition, sleep, medications, and overall health. A glass of water cannot control all of those factors, but your daily habits still matter. The goal is not to chase a miracle. The goal is to give your skin the hydration, nutrients, and protection it needs to function as well as possible at your age. The first and most important ingredient is not exotic at all. It is simply enough water. As we get older, our sense of thirst may become less reliable. Some people do not feel thirsty until they are already mildly dehydrated. Others intentionally drink less because they are concerned about frequent trips to the bathroom. Certain medications, including some diuretics, can also affect fluid balance. When the body is not getting enough fluid, the skin may appear duller and feel drier. Fine lines can also become more noticeable temporarily. Drinking more water will not rebuild lost collagen by itself, but adequate hydration supports circulation, temperature regulation, digestion, and the normal function of every tissue in the body, including the skin. A practical approach is to drink small amounts throughout the day rather than forcing yourself to consume a large quantity all at once. Keep water where you can see it. Have a glass with meals, after taking a walk, and whenever you take medications that are meant to be taken with water. There is no single perfect amount for everyone. Your needs depend on your body size, activity level, climate, diet, medications, and medical conditions. People with heart failure, advanced kidney disease, liver disease, or a medically prescribed fluid restriction should follow the advice of their healthcare professional rather than increasing water intake independently. And please do not assume that adding salt makes water more hydrating. Most people who eat a normal diet already receive enough sodium. Adding salt to drinking water is not a general anti-aging treatment, and it may be inappropriate for anyone managing high blood pressure, swelling, heart disease, or impaired kidney function. The second helpful addition is vitamin C from ordinary foods. Vitamin C plays a genuine role in collagen production. Your body needs it to complete several of the chemical steps involved in forming stable collagen fibers. But more is not always better, and you do not need an extreme dose to support normal collagen production. One of the simplest options is to add a squeeze of fresh lemon, lime, or orange to your water. This will not provide an enormous amount of vitamin C, but it can make water more enjoyable and may encourage you to drink more regularly. More importantly, include vitamin C-rich foods throughout the day. Bell peppers, strawberries, kiwi, citrus fruits, tomatoes, broccoli, and Brussels sprouts are all useful choices. When you obtain vitamin C from food, you also receive fiber and many other plant compounds that a powder cannot provide. Some people may need a supplement because of a limited diet, poor intake, or a medical reason. However, high-dose vitamin C is not automatically better for the skin. Large amounts can cause diarrhea, nausea, and abdominal discomfort. They may also be unsuitable for certain people with kidney problems, a history of some types of kidney stones, or disorders that cause excess iron accumulation. If you are considering a concentrated vitamin C powder, especially at doses of 1,000 milligrams or more per day, discuss it with your physician or pharmacist first. This is particularly important when you have chronic health conditions or take several medications. The third option is hydrolyzed collagen peptides. This is one of the most heavily marketed products in the beauty industry, so it is important to separate reasonable expectations from advertising. Hydrolyzed collagen has been broken into smaller peptide fragments that can be digested and absorbed. Several clinical trials have reported modest improvements in skin hydration and elasticity after consistent use. However, results vary, products differ, and not every study has been independent of supplement manufacturers. Collagen powder should therefore be viewed as an optional nutritional supplement, not a treatment that guarantees younger-looking skin. For adults who want to try it, the product should come from a reputable manufacturer that uses third-party quality testing. Check the ingredient list carefully. Some flavored collagen products contain added sugar, sodium, sweeteners, or several unnecessary ingredients. Marine collagen is usually derived from fish, while other products may come from cattle, pigs, or poultry. Anyone with a fish allergy should avoid fish-derived collagen. People with religious, dietary, or ethical restrictions should also examine the source before purchasing. Collagen powder can usually be mixed into plain water, coffee, yogurt, or another beverage. There is no strong evidence that it must be taken on an empty stomach or at one special time of day. Consistency and overall dietary quality matter more than a so-called perfect timing window. It is also important to remember that collagen is not a complete replacement for protein-rich food. Your body requires a broad range of amino acids to maintain skin, muscle, immune function, and connective tissue. That brings us to the fourth priority: adequate protein. This may be more important than any powder you place in a glass. As people age, maintaining muscle becomes increasingly difficult. Appetite may decline, chewing can become harder, and some older adults begin skipping meals or eating mostly toast, cereal, soup, or other foods that contain very little protein. The body cannot build collagen or repair tissue without amino acids. If total protein intake is too low, adding one special ingredient to water will not correct the larger nutritional problem. Try to include a meaningful source of protein at each meal. Depending on your preferences and medical needs, this could include eggs, fish, poultry, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, tofu, beans, lentils, or other foods recommended by your healthcare professional. For someone with kidney disease, protein requirements may need to be adjusted. That decision should be made with a physician or registered dietitian rather than based on a general online recommendation. If your appetite is poor, a simple smoothie may be easier to manage than a large meal. You could combine water or milk with plain yogurt, berries, and another protein source appropriate for you. This provides fluid, protein, vitamin C, and other nutrients without relying on a questionable anti-aging mixture. The fifth addition is not something everyone needs, but it may make hydration easier: unsweetened flavor from whole foods or herbs. Many people know they should drink more water but find plain water unappealing. In that case, try adding cucumber, mint, berries, lemon slices, or a small piece of fresh ginger. These additions are not wrinkle cures. Their real value is that they may help you replace sugary drinks and stay hydrated more consistently. Be cautious with concentrated herbal powders and extracts. A culinary amount used for flavor is very different from a high-dose supplement. Turmeric is a good example. Using turmeric as a spice in meals is generally reasonable for many people, but concentrated curcumin supplements can cause digestive problems and may not be appropriate for everyone. Some formulations are designed to increase absorption dramatically, which can also increase the possibility of adverse effects. Older adults frequently take blood thinners, diabetes medications, blood pressure medicines, and several other prescriptions. Natural does not mean interaction-free. Before using concentrated turmeric, curcumin, or any herbal supplement, ask a pharmacist to review it alongside your medication list. Apple cider vinegar also deserves caution. Diluted vinegar may be used as part of food, but it has not been proven to rebuild collagen or thicken aging skin. Drinking it regularly can irritate the throat and stomach, worsen reflux, and damage tooth enamel. It can also be unsuitable with certain medications or medical conditions. There is no need to force yourself to drink vinegar for the sake of your skin, and there is one substance I do not recommend adding to drinking water: diatomaceous earth. Even when a product is labeled food grade, that does not prove it improves collagen, strengthens skin, or is appropriate as a daily supplement. Powders of this kind can also create an inhalation hazard when handled. A lack of taste does not make a substance beneficial when evidence is weak and the proposed benefit is cosmetic. Safety must come first. Now, we need to address something more influential than anything you can put in a glass: sun protection. Ultraviolet radiation gradually damages collagen and elastin. Over time, this contributes to wrinkles, sagging, uneven pigmentation, roughness, and an increased risk of skin cancer. You can drink perfect water, eat a nutritious diet, and use a collagen supplement, but repeated unprotected sun exposure can continue damaging the structures you are trying to support. Use broad-spectrum sunscreen with an SPF of at least 30 on exposed skin. Wear a hat, seek shade when sunlight is strongest, and remember the backs of the hands, ears, neck, and upper chest. These areas often show accumulated sun damage because they are frequently overlooked. Sun protection is not only for the beach. It is relevant when gardening, walking, driving, sitting near bright windows, or spending time outdoors on a cloudy day. The next essential step is moisturizer. Older skin produces less natural oil and often loses water more easily. This can weaken the skin barrier and lead to itching, flaking, sensitivity, and a rough texture. After bathing, gently pat the skin rather than rubbing it completely dry. While it is still slightly damp, apply a fragrance-free cream or ointment. This helps hold water in the outer layer of the skin. A moisturizer cannot replace lost facial volume or permanently remove wrinkles, but it can reduce dryness, soften the appearance of fine lines, and make the skin feel more comfortable. Avoid products that burn or sting. Irritation does not mean a product is working. Mature skin is often more sensitive, and chronic irritation can make it look and feel worse. Finally, pay attention to changes that may require medical evaluation. Dry or thinning skin is often part of aging, but sudden or severe changes can sometimes be associated with thyroid disorders, diabetes, nutritional deficiencies, medication effects, circulation problems, or other health conditions. Speak with a healthcare professional if you notice a wound that does not heal, unexplained bruising, persistent itching, a rapidly changing mole, a new growth, yellowing of the skin, significant swelling, or a sudden change in skin texture. Skin health is not only about appearance. Your skin can also provide information about what is happening elsewhere in your body. So, what should you actually put in your water after 60? For most people, the safest answer is surprisingly simple. Start with plain water. Add lemon, lime, cucumber, mint, or berries for flavor if that helps you drink it consistently. Obtain vitamin C primarily from food. Consider collagen peptides only as an optional supplement with realistic expectations and appropriate medical guidance. Do not add salt as a routine anti-aging practice. Do not drink diatomaceous earth. Do not assume that high-dose vitamins or herbal extracts are harmless simply because they are available without a prescription. And remember that the strongest skin-supporting routine is not built around one drink. It includes regular hydration, sufficient protein, colorful fruits and vegetables, daily sun protection, gentle cleansing, consistent moisturizing, adequate sleep, physical activity, and avoiding tobacco. These habits may not produce an overnight transformation, but they support the health of your skin and the rest of your body at the same time. Aging skin is not a failure. It reflects decades of expression, sunlight, work, stress, recovery, and life experience. The goal is not to make your skin look 20 years old again. The goal is to keep it comfortable, protected, resilient, and as healthy as possible. Small, sensible choices made consistently are far more valuable than dramatic promises. Take care of your skin, but protect your health first. And before you leave, tell me in the comments, what change have you noticed most in your skin since turning 60? Dryness, thinning, sensitivity, dark spots, or loss of firmness? Thank you for spending this time with me, and I will see you in the next video.